Hi, I'm Zoe Norris.
And I'm Addy
And today we'll be reading You Never Heard of Willie Mays
by Jonah Winter and Terry Whitener.
You never heard of Willie Mays. The Willie Mays? Oh geez, where to begin? How about Birmingham, Alabama, 1941. A kid with his ear glued to the radio. We interrupt this program for an important announcement. Joey DiMaggio had just homered off Red Sox pitcher Dick Newsom, extending his hitting streak to the record-breaking 45 games. As the story goes, a little boy named Willie Mays had himself a hero. Willie told his pop, "I want to be the next Joe DiMaggio."
Word was, Willie did everything like Jolton Joe, with the batting stance, the way he ran, the way he threw. There was only one problem. The major leagues didn't allow black guys to play back then. Craziest rule there ever was. So maybe someday this kid could play on a Nergo League team. But wearing Yankee pinstripes was out of the question. In the deep South, where Willie lived, black folks had to drink from different water fountains and sit at the back of the bus.
Most blacks in Birmingham worked back-breaking jobs in the steel mills. That was all they could get. But Willie's pop had made up some decent money playing center field for the semi-pro team. And he knew how much he could make if you were really good, if you were a pro. That's why he was always coaching Willie how to hit and how to play center. By all accounts, though, Willie didn't need to do many pointers. He was a natural. He was the kid all the other kids wanted on their team. The one who ran a little faster, hit a little farther, played a little harder than anyone else.
And he was the kid everybody liked, who entertained his sisters by throwing dishes up in the air and catching them, just like they were baseballs. And this was the World Series. He was the kid who played with his pop on the steel mill team, who once outran him from a fly ball, because at age 14, Willie was already the better player. And he was the kid who in 1946, at only 15 years old, got asked to play pro ball in the Negro team leagues with grown men, and he did. Suddenly, this teenage kid was making more money than his pop. And when the year after that, the major leagues ended their stupid rule bearing black guys, there was a ray of hope that one day Willie might play in the majors, like Joe DiMaggio.
What a wild thing that must have been for young Willie, spending his summer vacations playing for teams like the Birmingham Black Barons, riding around the country in a rickety bus through the night, 'cause no whites-only hotels would put him up, getting teased by older guys who knew in their hearts he was already better than them, that he was going places, even though his voice was still squeaky and his arms were still skinny, and he still had a lot to learn.
All the way Legend has it, the first time Willie got hit by a pitch, he was lying on the ground, wind knocked out of him, practically crying. His coach walks up to him and says, "Son, can you see first base?" "Yes, sir," Willie squeaks. "Then I want you to get up and walk there. And the first chance you get, I want you to steal a second." Well, it turned out, Willie did steal second and third. He scored a run.
All the way to the major leagues. It was 1951, and there weren't too many black guys in the majors yet. They had to be the mind-bogglingly good to make a cut. The team had signed him was the New York Giants, and for us Giants fans, it was a big deal. See, we were just a so-so team back then. We never got higher than third place. We needed a miracle. And this kid was supposed to do that. The next Babe Ruth, the next Ty Cobb, and even the next Joe DiMaggio, and rolled into one.
Long story short, Mays did not disappoint before his first game as a Giant in Philadelphia. Willie was taking practice cuts like guys do during warm-ups, and suddenly everyone, even the Phillies, stopped what they were doing, and watched jaws dropped while the young black guy walloped ball after ball over the fence, one to the left field grandstand, one of the scoreboard one into the Strasher. Well, they hadn't seen nothing yet. For instance, his first at-bat at the Polo Grounds, the Giants Stadium, up against Warren Span, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Mays takes the curveball that just paints the outside corner for strike one. Mays might be just a little overmatched right here. Next pitch swung on and missed. The count 0-2. Here comes the pitch.
Mace connects that the ball is headed for the... No, it clears the left field roof. Willie Mays is in his first at-bat in New York, has sent one out of the stadium. Silence falls over the stands. Then a tidal wave comes this roar. A 20-year-old rookie, a kid, had awakened to the sleeping Giants. Geez, what a way to say, I'm here.
Center field, like his life depended on it. Using his classic basket catch, his glove held out like he was asking for a cookie. Cool as he could be in making throws no other human could make, including one is so great it got nicknamed the throw. Willie Mays is reaching up with one hand. He's got it. He spins 180 degrees. Cox breaks for home. Wait a minute. The ball comes into Westrum on the fly. Cox slides, and Westrom cuts him down at the plate. Cox is out. Billy Cox is out. Catch, throw, run, hit, slug. Mays couldn't do it all, and he could do it with a style, my friend. To us kids, Mays was just like a big kid himself. He was one of us, and we loved him, and he loved us right back. Talking to the fans, he'd always say, "Hey," in the high-pitched voice. That earned him the nickname, he'd say, "Hey, kid." But what we all loved best was how hard he played. Mays tried so hard, he sometimes passed out right there on the field. They'd have to carry him off on a stretcher, and then after games he'd go back home to Harlem and play stickball. One St. Nicholas Place with the neighbor kids. It was like he couldn't stop. The polo grounds, the streets, he didn't care where he was playing.
Then, like a lot of guys his age, Willie got drafted by an army at the start of '52 and had to spend 2 years in a uniform that didn't say Giants. By '53, the Giants had slid back into 5th place, and us fans, we stopped going to the games. What was the point? Yep, we was all counting the days till Willie returned. Then he finally did. He no longer looked like a kid. He was up fighting weight of 185, all of its solid muscle. But can he still play?
Can he still play? Ha! Game on of the 1954 World Series. Giants and Indians. That's right, with Mays. Back the Giants had made it to the series, with the whole country watching on TV. Scores tied 2-2 in the 8th. Vic Wertz at bat for Cleveland. 2 guys on, nobody out, with the count 1-2. Wertz slams the ball to deep center field, and bam! Willie's running like a madman without even looking. This was crazy. I mean, this is a shot no one catches. Not even the say hey kid. It was hit too far, too hard, and Willie has his back to it, looking like he might run smack into the wall. Still, he keeps on barreling. At one point, doing that thing he does when he knows he'll make the catch, tapping his glove with his right fist.
There's a long way back into center field. Way back. Way back. It's, oh my, caught by Willie Mays. Willie Mays just brought the crowd to its feet with the catch, which must have been an optional illusion to a lot of people. Boy.
Willie twirls around and fires that ball to the infield, which keeps the runner from scoring and helps win the game. In this one play, he defies the laws of nature, gravity, baseball, common sense, 8 sight, and probably a few other laws too. Unbelievable. You could fill a whole book with all the jaw-dropping plays Willie made, all of the homers he hit, all the bases he stole. But what made the catch in '54 so special? So special was that millions of people all over America had seen it on TV. It was the first time a lot of white folks had ever witnessed a black player who really was like Babe Ruth. Ty Cobb and Joe DiMaggio all rolled into one. Heck, even Joe D had to admit Willie had the best arm that ever was.
Just look at him. Even as he falls to his knees after making that play, his eyes was still taken in the path at the ball. Even then, you could see, was he mentally still in the game, wanting to win, never giving up, ready for more? Yes, sirree. In that one moment, when Willie made a catch, he showed the world a new way of playing the game. He changed how people saw his skin. In his own way, he changed the world.
Thanks for watching. Bye.